Hey guys, I'm Nathaniel.
I'm Aldrin.
I'm Koby.
And I'm Taylor, and I don't know why I'm here.
Okay, so let's see. First question we'll start with is long-term or short-term goals in Jiu-jitsu. If you guys want to. Let's start
Go
with you,
ahead.
Taylor.
Me?
Let's y'all relax.
Oh, man. Short-term and long-term. I think short-term, as cliche it is, just stay in as healthy as I can to keep rolling and coming. Long-term, for me, I have my wife and my 3 daughters who all participate in jiu-jitsu. So I think my long-term goal for them is just really keeping them in it and interested and kind of building that foundation as a family for all of us to keep training and doing this together.
That was nice, man.
Yeah,
Tough to
That
follow.
was so
Next
wholesome.
question.
That was wholesome.
Let's go.
What? Dude.
Yeah.
How do you top that?
Okay, we'll start with the other dad, Aldrin.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I guess short-term goals for me was just to stay healthy and even improve in my health. Pretty short and simple. Just for short-term goals to stay healthy. For long-term is pretty specific for me. I myself also have a wife and a son, and I would love to see them on the mats as well. But at the same time, I actually have a long-term goal to be able to receive some sort of accolades on the mats. I always consider myself as a hobbyist simply because I got life, I got wife, I got work, I got etc. A through Z. And I still want to show everyone that I can keep up on the mats in comparison to the rest of the other athletes. So long-term goal is to show that I can keep up and even in a longer case win. So yeah, that's me.
Oh.
Heck yeah.
Guys, you're going to make my answer look like crap.
Dude, yeah, I know.
The adults have spoken. What are you guys going to do?
Come on, dude.
Short-term party in jiu-jitsu. Long-term party.
Short-term girl, sub Taylor.
Yeah.
Long-term,
That's
sub Nathaniel.
why am I the latter of the two?
Don't worry about it.
Taylor, you hurt his feelings.
It's not the first time. He's a bully.
He's a bully. The fuck?
Right, he's good. Okay.
He was mommy's milking me today.
You taught me
Taylor
that.
was, yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. He buggy choked me.
Oh.
Buggy choked me, and I just.
It worked.
I was breathing his rash guard.
So
Is this all sweat in your mouth, man?
Dude,
it's
yeah.
flavor of the day.
I accidentally waterboarded myself
Yep.
on his chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awful.
That's how it goes.
It's a defense mechanism. Don't sleep on the sweaters. Let me say
Don't
that.
sleep on the sweater.
It is a defense in itself.
Okay. Was that your answer? Or?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Short-term goals, I think for me right now, anyway, just keep my love for jiu-jitsu. I think training so much and doing all this other stuff is kind of burning me out. So I'm just trying to find a little bit of balance there, to keep me going. And then long-term, super simple. Just want my black belt, man.
Heck yeah.
I just want the black belt, man.
Journey to black.
Journey to black.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, actually, I want to ask you a question.
What?
How has jiu-jitsu? I'm sorry. You recently became a coach for Roots.
Mm-hmm.
How does that make you feel as far as your love for jiu-jitsu?
Honestly, it made me love jiu-jitsu more because, I love seeing things click in people. When you're teaching someone like a sequence, and they finally kind of get it, and it's like you see that spark in them. I love that feeling. So, it's kind of revived my love for jiu-jitsu a little.
Okay.
In that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so it's kind of
It's a little wholesome.
it's helping your short term now.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Heck yeah.
Yeah, and I think with that, the aspect of coaching. So recently, a couple months now, I've been helping with the kids class.
Okay.
And I've honestly started doing it selfishly because the act of teaching these children, the bare basics of it, has made me better at those basics.
Yeah.
So it's I had to kind of force myself to step out of that comfort zone and teach it something that I might not be 100% comfortable with, but with children, you have some leniency.
Yeah.
But in doing so, it's made me kind of teaching myself at the same time. I've had to break the basics down or the fundamentals down to a child's level.
Yeah.
And me being the simpleton that I am, I'm like, oh, wait.
It's clicking.
As I'm explaining it, I'm like, hey, this makes a little sense, So, the act of teaching, I think, really helps out. And if you're able to kind of put yourself in that zone of discomfort and on a topic that you might not be 100% on, it kind of builds that confidence in yourself. And then as you break that technique down or move, you kind of explain it in a way and it starts clicking in your own head too.
Okay.
So like there's been a lot of value in like teaching the
I
kids for
totally
me.
agree with that.
Absolutely. So it's like psychological reps.
Yeah.
And increase your.
Yeah, because when you're
output.
trying to figure out the lesson or how to teach it or how you're going to explain it, you're breaking it down to its simplest form.
Yeah.
And so while you're doing that, you're kind of building that self-understanding of the move itself too, and it really helps. And like the kids' questions kind of force me to think about these situations more. And then in turn, when I find myself in those same situations, because I'm not much better than a kid rolling, I have already thought it through because I taught it the other day.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's helped my progression on, I would say, the fundamentals quite a bit as of lately.
Okay. Good job. Yeah.
Killing it.
Heck yeah.
Good job. Man.
Has that increased your love for jiu-jitsu? I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it definitely has. Because I love teaching. I mean, a big aspect of my job that I do is a lot of instructing and teaching. So it's something I've always had a passion for. And when I'm able to take something that I already have a passion for and then tie it to the act of teaching, I'm doing both at the same time. So I really enjoy it.
Nice. Okay. Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
How you can follow that one up again?
Yeah, that was pretty beautiful.
Let's see.
Why did I go last? Oh, shoot. I don't know. I guess short-term goals? Sub Koby.
Oh, come on.
No.
A girl can dream.
Put your mermaid guard.
You're lucky you're 2 people away from me. No. Yeah, I guess short-term would, it's kind of a hard question. I don't necessarily like jiu-jitsu, so I like force myself to come.
Hey, that's an achievement in itself, bro.
I guess so. Yeah. I guess it's helping discipline for
Yeah.
myself. Yeah, it's something I'd have to learn because my long-term goal would be MMA. That's kind of why I'm doing jiu-jitsu is I need to learn ground, so I can be versed instead of just stand up and I get taken down and I get beat up. Right? It's like nobody wants that.
So it's not that you don't like jiu-jitsu, right? It's more so it's not your main tool.
I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I feel like jiu-jitsu only works when both parties are doing jiu-jitsu.
Interesting.
Like if I didn't want to do jiu-jitsu, I could just sit there, just stiffen up and, be like a block, just not movable. And then same things for somebody else. If I'm trying to do a move on them and they just shell up, what can I do? You know what I mean? So like in that aspect of the sport, I don't necessarily like that of the sport because you can sometimes see that in comp if someone's just besting somebody else. Okay. They just shell up and then it's like, okay, well now you've got like the rest of the round, do something.
Right.
But
did you ever use jiu-jitsu in like real world scenario?
As a security guard, mate?
Not really, no.
Or even like roughhousing, like someone kind of challenged you and you were like, okay, like bet.
Maybe like when I was a kid, maybe. I lost that actually. I can remember losing that. Yeah. No.
That's kind of how I got into jiu-jitsu.
Really?
I got beat up by like a long time ago. I was in the military, and we were wearing our.
Why does everyone look at me?
currently in the military.
Currently in the military.
Yeah.
So we were wearing our NWUs or our Type 3s at the time, and at the time this guy was like 110, 120, a lot smaller than me.
Yeah.
And at the time I had no idea what jiu-jitsu was, so I was very. I don't want, like, for the lack of a better term, I was cocky. Like, oh yeah, like I could just out wrestle you.
Yeah.
And this guy just grabbed my lapel and just tornado choked me. I was just like,
Jesus Christ.
And everyone just said, "Oh, dude, just tap," because I was fighting it. I was like, "Oh, I can still get out." Like, but yeah, then I fell in love. That was it.
I think traditional jiu-jitsu doesn't work in street scenario.
I agree.
But like, for instance, like versus like Dagestani wrestling.
Yeah, like
that,
sambo
like
and,
like I feel like that would work, in real time versus traditional, jiu-jitsu.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah, because I feel
heavily.
like Dagestani grappling is a lot more manhandling in it.
Put you where I want you,
pinning you, versus, doing your sequences and whatnot, and holds.
Right.
Less vulnerable, I think.
Yeah,
it's more top play.
Yeah. Definitely. Just you're constantly instilling your will on somebody compared to you can lay down
versus pulling guard
and then trap somebody.
You know, doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I absolutely agree with you. Yeah.
Long term goal, mate. Long term goal.
Oh, long-term goal? Yeah, just MMA.
Cool.
Yeah, we just want to...
Nice.
I'd like to be someone that's, make somebody else afraid to go to the ground with. Yeah.
Well, you already have that now.
No.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
Okay, let's see. We will move on. All right. I like this one because I want to know you guys' secrets. Favorite submission or position?
You first, buddy.
Me?
I mean, yeah, we're just
My favorite position, anyone where I'm not getting choked out in.
Yeah.
Anywhere where I'm winning,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. Put me on top. No,
fair enough.
man, I don't know. I feel like most of my attacks and where I feel like I have the most defined paths are probably from a side control.
Okay.
I feel like my strength, if you will, is pressure.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like I
agree.
can create a lot of routes from side control.
Okay.
But I'm also not opposed to getting on someone's back. If I get on someone's back, I'm gonna stay there.
You got some long arms too,
Yeah.
so that leverage. If you can beat them in hand fighting.
Yeah, I can just I've
been
gotten
there
to the
with
point. If I get on someone's back and I've gotten pretty efficient at doing so, I can kind of keep you there and wait for you to make a mistake, cook you for a little bit, or sneak an attack in.
And
there.
that body triangle, you can triangle like a 400-pound man
I'm
with
really
it.
getting good at
Hurts.
using my length.
Yeah.
Built like an orangutan, so I got to use it.
You can body triangle me 20 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, favorite sub out of the side control. I mean, you don't have to answer it because if that gives away your game, you want to,
No, tell us, man.
keep it.
No, I'm not gonna tell you.
Tell
You're
us,
part of my
Everyone's
short-term
watching.
goals too. You're all number one on our hit list.
Koby, close your ears. Don't listen.
Man, I don't know. I think I'm kind of at a point where I don't want to get married to a singular attack.
Right.
Okay.
There's still obviously a ton I need to learn and want to learn. I just kind of keep it open and
Okay.
just kind of bide my time and see what's there.
But do you find yourself kind of stop? Because even if you are trying to be open ended, do you find yourself kind of stopping yourself from, I see a toe hold. I see a toe hold.
Oh, see, I don't do.
Oh, really?
I'm not a big leg guy.
Okay.
Do you not
And it's
look-
a downfall of mine. I would say the little bit I invested in learning legs to this point is simply to know how to defend it.
Okay.
I just can't get myself
Thank you
because
for my target, buddy.
I find myself hitting the point where when we're rolling, if I see a guy's knee, ankle, toes, I'm like, this man has to work tomorrow. I don't want to hurt him.
What a
And
nice
it's just
guy.
because I don't know it enough, so I'm not comfortable to lock something in,
Okay.
and I just
Yeah.
don't play it much.
Fair enough.
Tuck your toes, boy.
Yeah.
Is that just a preference, or is that if you were to go into a comp because of your belt, you're not allowed to do those, so you don't look for them?
No, I'm the epitome of a hobbyist, so it's
Okay.
not so much competition based. It's
Okay.
just a preference thing. My granddad choked people out. It was good enough for him. It's good enough for me. You know. I'm old school. I
That
don't know.
works. Yeah, that works. Yeah. Koby?
Anyone else?
Position, submission, position, then submission.
Mother's milk. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Positioning? Damn, I like them all.
Yeah, he likes top.
He likes that high mount.
Yeah.
Likes the high mount triangle.
Mount, yeah,
Sit
definitely
right on your
mount.
sternum.
Play the clip.
Mount and mount triangle.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I felt it tonight.
Shut up.
I was stuck there tonight.
Shut up.
How do you get there?
What do you mean, how do I get there? How do I get
Well,
there?
that was a personal question.
Oh.
Yeah, so I can defend it.
No.
Oh, okay. I guess that means Aldrin.
You should have came to my class then, because I taught it.
Okay, you got
Taught
me.
3 variations
No.
of how I get there.
I was there. I just wasn't partaking.
Never, dude.
Aldrin.
It's me.
Yeah.
I think for me,
Toe hold and toe hold.
Yeah.
I like half guard. I love being in half guard, and I always look for not just half guard, but in everywhere. I see toes.
Do you want to? do you prefer being in half guard or locking somebody down in half guard?
I prefer being on top, like on being in someone else's half guard.
Okay.
But I mean, usually that's not the case for me. So I usually I get forced into bottom, and then that's kind of where my jiu-jitsu's forced to improve.
Okay.
You do have a good half guard game,
Dude, his
Yeah,
lockdown is gnarly.
Yeah, you have a good.
It's ridiculous.
Game.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Actively avoiding his half guard.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I've been avoiding that.
Just tries to lock me up. I just stand up.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's reset.
Jiu-jitsu's not real. Just stand up.
Yeah, exactly. Let's circle back.
What about you?
Probably side control. Yeah. If I'm in side control, yeah. I like to look for arm bars. So I'll try to get side control. Just arm barring somebody from the ground or from off your back is terrible.
No.
Yeah.
Typical MMA guy.
Yeah, you gotta break down what you did to me today. Let the people know.
Can't give them my secrets. Well, I'll tell you what. I tried it tonight on a black belt, and it didn't work.
It was such a slap on the face.
It did not work at all. I'll tell you right now. He swept me with it. Yeah. So I'll start in half guard. You locked me down actually. Yeah. You locked me down. If I could get my knee out like past your thigh, just as long as my knee sees a light of day, the pass is almost there.
Right.
I'll get the underhook, and then I'll get the crossface. I'll pull you into me, and then I'll take my back leg, and if I can pin your arm, I'll pin it. I'll slide it under my knee, and then I'll try to pull you up so you're kind of exposed. You're all like sprawled out basically underneath me. And then I'll step my leg over your head to try to go into an armbar position.
Right.
If I can't get the armbar, I almost have a back triangle. And then I can.
That's how you always get there.
No.
That makes so much sense, dude. Because you always end up there.
And he's being way too humble too. Like,
so your failed armbar ends in a back triangle.
Yeah. So
that makes so much sense.
And if I can't get the armbar, the back triangle's there. And if I'm going for the back triangle and I don't get it,
you get the armbar.
A kimura off my side is there because my leg can scoop your head, just the position we're in. I'll try to scoop your head. And then even if somebody locks it up, I can just try to hold them and wear them down.
Gotcha. Okay.
But forget all of that.
No, I'm going to rewatch this video.
We never
You got it on tape?
We never go in side control, bro.
What do you...
All right,
Your
so
whole sequence, done.
while we're in this truth circle, what's your guys' weakness?
Oh, bro.
Everything.
If you had to pick
where
a
do I
situation
start?
or position that you find yourself in most that you know is going to lead to you getting submitted or you struggle the most getting out.
Oh.
Who wants to start?
I would say if someone has a really good side control, like my mental game is destroyed.
No.
Yeah. Like Koby is my naga.
I'll tell you how to survive against him later.
Off camera.
Just talk shit.
Yeah. What about you, Big Hog?
I'm thinking. You go ahead.
No? I would say any variation of mount. I mean, I would say it's, the most dominating position you could be in, but I haven't quite figured out how to transition my length into a strength from that position. I feel like once someone's a mount, especially a high mount, I have so much leg and length that I can't hit a good shrimp and get a frame or create space with. So I just feel like once I'm there, that's when I hit that mental wall of shit. I'm stuck.
I feel you. Yeah, 100%.
Dude, I'm really thinking. Hold on.
I'm so good. I don't have a weakness.
I'm really
You're so humble, dude.
I'm just
You're
saying,
so humble.
There's like so many positions that I'm crap in, so I'm just like trying to sort through them. Which one is the worst in my brain,
This guy's the best.
Like which one frustrates the most out of me?
Yeah, please tell me. I would like to know.
Honestly, dude, when someone has Dele Evo on me, like a really good Dele Evo player,
Yeah.
even in no, so like Koby,
Yeah.
dude, it's the most frustrating. I love you, Koby, but it's the most frustrating thing in the world because I just can't break that hook out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like stretched out and dangling all over the place, dude. Like, it's the most frustrating thing in the world. Pause, bro.
What do you mean by that?
Pause. Yeah. Against someone who's a really good Deliva.
Wait, would your strengths and weaknesses differ between gi and no gi, or is this the same?
Ooh,
thing?
Same
that's
thing,
a good
Same
question.
thing, really.
Same thing,
Okay.
yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
gi De La Riva is like 10 times worse.
I've been in
It's
it
easier to break your
definitely.
posture.
both ways, like black belts that throw Deliva, Nogi,
Yeah.
and I'm still stretched and dangling all over the place. Dude, it sucks.
Crazy.
Dude, it sucks. I'm like in the air, bro. Like it's
Yeah.
off balance.
Damn.
Agreeable.
And then I blink, and then they're on my back. Dude, like, then I get out.
Then I get out. Yeah.
So humble.
Hey, I got out today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I think for myself, I am weakest in all positions, to a degree. Like for instance, in side control, I have the hardest time from letting someone or keeping someone pressured. You just bench press me, and then you get your knee shield in. I struggle with that. Or if someone's got my back, I'm too busy trying to hand fight that I forget to get out of it. Or I get caught up in I don't want to get choked, and then it's like, well, I could have maybe gotten out had I just not been so worried about getting choked the whole time. For me, if I had to pick one, it's probably wrestling. Because everybody in competition, you always start standing. Someone could pull guard on you, but you always start standing. And
Why don't we
Trying
just
to-
wrestle more then, dude?
We wrestle plenty.
You guys do. I just show up for the rounds.
Why don't
I
we
should
just
start.
standing, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, not with you.
What do you
Or
mean?
you. Or
I think
you.
I think working with me is the best case. 'Cause
Yeah,
if you
oh,
get
yeah,
good
yeah.
at defending,
Coach. Coach Koby.
No.
Oh.
If you get good
Oh.
at defending my takedowns,
Yeah.
you're good, cuz.
But yeah, but that's a good point though. Like with jiu-jitsu especially, right? I think one of the biggest things is being able to force yourself to do the things you are uncomfortable with, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you're never going to develop yourself, and that was something I struggled with at first. Is like we were talking about playing legs. I catch myself with this like circular logic. It's where I'm not good at legs, so I don't do it. I don't like it. Therefore, I'm not good at it. Well, if I'm not good at it, I'm not going to do it. I don't like it, and it's hard to break that cycle.
Right.
And so I think a big thing in jiu-jitsu is, making yourself do the things you don't like or you're not good at. And like you're never going to build on it unless you do it.
Dude,
So I think lately I've been forcing myself to do stuff that I'm not necessarily the best at, but in the long run,
Yeah.
you figure it out.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And you just have to accept like it's not going to work when you first start doing it. You're going to
You're
get
gonna
subbed. You're
get
going to lose
bested.
the position, whatever
Yeah.
it may be. But that's all part of it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
And I feel like no one really talks about that. Like no one comes out and says like, oh, you got to do the things you suck at.
yeah.
Like everyone's so hung up on building their game to their strengths.
Yeah.
You get a broader game.
I'll avoid the weakness
Yeah.
and I'll make a
Right.
strength in a
Yeah.
position I like. Yeah. Agreed. Yeah.
We know you don't have any weaknesses.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just I'm
Kobe
shaking my
is
head
still
because
like,
I'm
I
like,
do it all.
I'm thinking
like-
about me purposely putting myself in Deliva, and that's fuck that.
No, it's hard.
That's,
Yeah.
that's the worst, dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the best move is to not be there.
Agreed. All right.
What else you got? Let's give it the deep questions.
Yeah.
Damn,
Okay.
I can't do anything.
Overcoming training slumps. So, do you get burnt out? How do you get out of being burnt out? Or is there somebody that when they walk through the door, you're like, it's gonna be a long day, and then you just kind of get into a weird funk for the rest of that class?
I think my funk, if you will, is derived from my work because I'll leave months at a time and not be able to train just in different countries and stuff. So when I do come back, every couple months I feel like I'm starting back from square one, and
Okay.
It's kind of rough.
it's having to kind of force myself to get back into it because it's hard. I'll feel good like, a couple months ago I was on it,
Yeah.
and then I get my first round in and I hit this mental block. It's like, oh shit, I don't know what I'm doing. And then I'll train up again, be consistent, start feeling good, and then leave again. So my slump, if you will, is just every couple months having to leave. It's hard. It kind of takes its toll mentally. Like I want to be consistent, but
So is that more of a like a driving factor when you come back? You're like, dude, I'm gonna get back on the mats.
I mean, I try. I mean, life happens. Like, I got wife and kids. I'm fortunate enough where we're all at the gym most days of the week. So
nice,
I'm not, negotiating with my wife to have time to come here. Like she's usually here too.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm fortunate in that sense. I think it definitely kind of motivates me, if you will, when I am here. Like I want to develop myself as much as I can and stick it in my brain as much as I can while I'm here, and hopefully it stays with me while I'm not practicing or training. But it doesn't always work.
Do you do a lot of mental reps when you're at work? Like, are you?
Oh no.
Oh okay.
No,
Oh okay.
Not jiu-jitsu. It's when I leave work. If I'm at work, I'm at work.
You have a pretty serious job though, so like you can't.
Okay.
I mean, well, like as far as like bodily harm could happen, you. So if you're not constantly on your A game at work thinking about work,
I have to shift into a different headspace with my current job, but what does translate is the health benefits of jiu-jitsu. So the mobility, the dexterity.
Okay.
That ties right into the type of work the type of work I'm doing now.
Okay.
So that's good. But mentally, if I'm at work, I'm at work.
Yeah. Nice. I should be more like you. I'll be at work thinking about anything else.
Yeah. About you guys.
Good sir over there.
What's the question?
Training slumps. Like
Training slumps?
if you have any, or how do you get over them?
Mine is kind of weird.
Let me hear.
So like I train a lot, right?
Yes, you
gym,
do.
jiu-jitsu, right? Just nonstop. So I get burnt out a lot. But you know what keeps me coming back is when I get subbed by black belts. When I get smashed by black belts.
Okay.
Because like I can get tapped by anybody, and I get tapped by a lot of people. It doesn't hurt my ego or anything.
Yeah.
But those kind of things, I don't feel like I'm really learning. But when I'm getting subbed by black belts or smashed by black belts, and then they teach me a little bit after, then it kind of re-ups my, my morale a little bit. Because I'm like, oh, okay, I'm moving forward now again, versus like being stuck in that plateau.
Okay.
For me, it's a mental thing. Like my body can take as much pain, as it can tolerate.
Yeah.
But it's a mental thing.
Okay.
I need to learn to be like willing to come.
Okay. So your slump is like
getting smashed by black belts, bro.
Yeah.
It just keeps me out of
black
my slump.
belts come to Roots often.
Yes.
Right.
Which is why I've been here
Constantly just getting
smashed.
It's almost every class you show up to, there's just a black belt.
Yep.
Yeah.
They come out of nowhere, man.
Yeah, and sometimes there's multiple of them. And
it's like I've never seen you guys in my life, but now you guys are all here and you guys are subbing me. But it's awesome.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu is so ass backwards.
Yeah.
What about you, man?
I think for me, my slump would probably be kind of opposite to yours. Like with work and life going on, I would say I only have time for like 2 a day or 2 a week, like training 2 a week, and it just happens to be no-gi Wednesday, Fridays. And so I always come into like Wednesday, like, okay, like what did everyone else learn and excel at Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like, and it's always, I wouldn't say it's a mental battle, but it's always like I always have that chip on my shoulder, like Wednesday, trying to like fight my fight and trying to be as good as everyone else that kind of trains every day. And then that's my own battle, and I would say that's my slump. But to get over that, I kind of do like I always fight with people I feel like, oh, I want to get tapped up by this guy, right? So like I always fight like higher belts, black belts. I love when black belts visit, especially when they're willing to like you said, like kind of teach you afterwards. And the best black belts, in my opinion, are the ones that just openly do it instead of like me just awkwardly waiting for feedback. So those black belts are always the best and always welcome. But yeah, that's my slump.
Nice.
How about you?
Yeah. I'm notorious for like leaving for months. And I don't go nowhere.
Well, join the club, bro. Yeah. Join the club.
I don't go nowhere. I'm just not here.
Yeah.
Like
just anywhere else.
Any excuse is so easy for me too, because truthfully, I really don't prefer jiu-jitsu. I mean, I said that earlier, but it's a constant battle that I'm like, I got to learn it. And I haven't ever trained at another gym before, but Roots is so like open arms, no matter who you are. And Professor Joey, it was the reason why I just kept coming back in the beginning, because I didn't really care for jiu-jitsu, but Professor Joey, the whole crew, like everybody that was training, or still is training, they're such good people that you just want to be around them. You know what I mean? Like I'll get better in jiu-jitsu being around them, but I get better as a person because of how, just you are who you hang around, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's why I don't hang out with you guys.
You just mad because I didn't invite you fishing.
You guys never invite me.
I just don't invite you fishing.
I'm the old guy with kids you guys don't want to hang out with.
You guys go fishing?
No. Next question.
Yeah, next one. Before he gets mad.
All right.
That's crazy that you said that though. That you kind of like don't like jujitsu. Like, is it simply because you can't hit? Is that the only aspect? Like, if we added ground.
What
and
if we
pound?
do combat jits?
I would be down.
See?
Yeah, I mean
so-
that's
okay.
that's definitely an aspect that, like, yeah, I guess you're onto something there. I guess that kind of clicks for me, because in high school I didn't do basketball. I mean, I suck at basketball for one. We'll get that out.
We know.
I'm terrible.
Too soon?
Yeah.
Too soon.
It's just not physical enough for me. I mean, it can be, people bumping into each other. Sometimes you catch an elbow, but I prefer
Catching elbows in basketball.
I did football for the contact, and as gritty and you grind out reps in jiu-jitsu, I want to get hit and I want to hit. So it is. I am a little bit more partial in that sense, but yeah, I guess my slump would be that I have to convince myself to go. But long term, as corny as it sounds, it makes me more disciplined.
Yeah, why don't we just do combat jits rounds?
I'm so down for that. But I don't have any. I mean, would you want to use like 4-ounce like MMA
just
gloves
not
or like?
hard, don't
Yeah,
be hard,
yeah, just taps.
Yeah, we start from standing.
Yeah.
Work our way down.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Just do what we do for work. Anything shoulder and up is open hand. Body shots are closed fist. And then
There you go.
What
you
are
want to know a good one? A good drill for takedown defense?
What is that?
So you hit pads with somebody, and at random there'll be people standing around you, and they'll shoot a takedown on you at random, and you got to defend while you're hitting pads. Yeah, so it's helping you.
Yeah.
like reflex?
Yeah, reflex.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's a good drill.
We can
Yeah.
help you out with that.
Definitely. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. Yeah. But that's my slump, is I got to convince myself to come. So we'll move off this one. Okay. We've kind of gone through them. Dealing with higher belts. So Koby, this one might pertain to you a little bit more. Dealing with higher belts, do you feel like they're just laying it on you a lot, or do you feel like maybe because of that knowledge gap, they just kind of take it easy, and then you just feels like the round is just kind of nothing happened?
Okay, I think it changes based off of belt color, bro. Like
Yeah,
the
they
purple
start
belts,
laying it on you.
The purple belts try to lay it on me, come from my throat. Yeah, combat blue belt. Let's competition blue belt. Let's go get them. Da da da. But then the browns and the black belts, right? They're a little different. Like they'll lay it on me, but then again, they're helpful.
They like let you work.
They let me work.
Yeah.
They let me fill in the missing steps. That I need.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the purples, they don't care, man. They're trying to do all the cool stuff, man. They're trying to tap me out with the coolest moves. Hurts my heart.
Dang. We can talk about it after.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing from what he said. Especially the browns and blacks, they kind of let you work.
Yeah.
But like every time I go against a purple belt, it's like not a chip on the shoulder, but a chip on the shoulder.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, now I got to show you why you're still blue.
I can't let the blue belt tap me.
Taylor.
Man, I mean, same thing, right? And to be honest, depending on the purple belt, I'd be lying if I said I don't go into a purple belt match, around with a purple belt with the faint hope that I might catch something and get something right. So, like, purple belt is my threshold of where I still think I might have a chance, even though realistically I don't. But just maybe, purple belt, maybe. I'll catch something. Brown, black, like, I go into it knowing I'm going to get beat and knowing if I do anything successfully, it's probably because he let me. So I go into brown and black belt roles with the intent of really learning from my mistakes, hopefully hitting something right. But purple and down, like don't necessarily expect to win against purple, but there's a glimmer of hope every time. Fault of mine, I guess. It never works out, but.
Do you think it's also a mental game, like knowing that they're purple? Just because I feel like I perform better at no-gi because the ranks aren't as obvious.
I agree, man.
And then when I roll in gi and I see like purple, brown, black, I say, okay, I kind of unintentionally go a little more defensive, and versus like no-gi where it's like, okay, I don't see rank right now, so I'm just gonna go how I go.
Yeah. I mean, there's obviously if you get someone new in the gym, you have no idea who they are. You go into it with a different mindset as opposed to knowing. So yeah, I think there's value to that. Obviously, gi, you know exactly what you're going against, to an extent.
Yeah.
Their level.
I think like a black belt in no-gi, like a really good black belt in no-gi versus a really good black belt in gi. It sucks so much more to go against the black belt in gi.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just a nightmare. You can't move your arms. You can't do nothing,
They just tie you up.
They tie you up.
Yeah, they tie you up, and then they choke you out with your own stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the best, guys.
It's the best. Join Jiu-jitsu.
Do you guys mess with worm guard at all?
No. I do, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, in gi, I play worm guard.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, like
I mean, I'm sure I've seen it, but
okay, I like Keenan Cornelius worm guard from
who's that?
Never mind.
You can't talk jiu-jitsu.
I don't know a lick of jiu-jitsu. I'm sorry.
It's kind of like where you wrap the opponent's lapel. Not lapel? Oh,
yeah,
lapel.
You take the lapel. And then you wrap it around their
It's
leg.
like a De La Riva.
Yeah.
With the attachment of the lapel.
Yeah. I can't play sit-up guard, though, so that's my...
Oh, okay.
Oh, I mean, another weakness.
I shouldn't say I can't. I mean, I've definitely tried. I don't prefer it because it hurts. Hurts.
What, your thigh?
It just hurts. The whole thing. I can't explain it. Yeah. It's uncomfortable.
Like physically?
Yeah. My jiu-jitsu game is very off of your movements. I don't really instill anything or put you in a position. I let you put yourself, and then I'll try to make something of it.
I see.
So
Okay.
if it requires me to keep you there or get you to there, then I'd suck. The only chance I stand is waiting for you to make an error and me to notice you did.
I don't know.
So if you don't make no mistakes, I suck.
I don't know, bro.
And I'll make a lot of mistakes waiting for you to make a mistake. So
You be climbing my back, bro. Grabbing my traps as grips.
That dude, I mean, have you seen them?
It's a whole lot of man to climb.
It's a lot of man.
You too, man.
Let's see. All right, so in reverse, I guess. Obviously, it's blue belts. We're the first belt rank, whatever you want to reference as, to have one under us. Right? How do you guys balance the timing of when you're in that position to let a white belt work versus kind of giving it to them to work the things that you want to practice on someone that you know you can hit it on?
It also depends on who that person is, right?
Yeah, I think it's very...
Because we have white belts that are black belt in jiu-jitsu and like judo. Or
yeah, we do have some
Right.
white belts you got to kind of throw down.
Yeah.
And also that bridge of trust. Like, are you really going to yank?
So how do you guys go about figuring that out then to find that balance for you?
You wanna answer that, Aldrin?
Oh, for me? Oh, for me, like I kind of, I want to say like touch them, like
Okay.
like in a way, like the more proper
Took
way
a turn.
My pet.
And moving on. Thank you guys. This channel's about to get canceled.
No, the more proper way to say that is like I try to find a
I find my pet white belt, and then we
Touch 'em.
start rolling.
I touch them a lot, and then we start the drill.
That's how I know how hard I can touch him.
Oh my god!
All right, Nathaniel.
Great heavens. I think so. Dealing with white belts, as if like, oh, blue belt, I'm so much better. Dealing with white belts, I think for me is I roll to their pace, but I do that regardless. So
That's what I meant.
Could have used some better words about
Yeah.
it.
Give up.
for,
You're going to jail. Give up.
so yeah, so I'll feel out their pace. If their pace is super fast, I will try to just slow them down, just force a position that maybe they don't know, and then let them work out of it.
When you say slow them down, like you get them stuck in a specific
Yeah,
position?
exactly.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes, which is no fault to them, they're still trying to understand movement, or how fast to do something.
Yeah.
Like a knee slice and totally rip my groin, or like
Yeah.
knee slice and like we hit knees and now I'm sore.
Mm-hmm. That's what I do too.
Yeah, pull them in full guard, or lock them down, or
Like if they go super
body lock them
fast.
somewhere. Yeah. Just
yeah.
let them slow down, and then it forces both of us to think out of the position, or like, how can I maintain this position with him, or maintain this pace with him, but also making him figure a way out. Because if I just start playing something he doesn't know, of course I'm gonna get it. There's a knowledge gap. But if I just let go of him, then it's a super fast pace, and it's gonna force me to do something he doesn't know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think that's why I like half guard so much, because for me it's such a good spot to kind of read what they know, what they don't know. Are they gonna versus like guard, a pure new white belt will just muscle out of
they
it.
start pulling back,
Right,
and then it's like,
yeah.
oh, triangle.
At least half guard, like the lockdown.
Yeah.
You need to specifically know how to escape
Escape
that.
it. Yeah.
But
Yeah. No, yeah, to answer your question, I just try to slow their pace down.
Yeah.
But
You guys are nice about it.
Yeah, we weren't going to ask you. We just know
We
you're
know
rolling.
you.
Yeah.
we know.
Notice how
ask
no
me.
one asked how you go
immediately-
about
you
it.
immediately take mount, and
I
then
just smash them. They'll
No,
learn from
that's
someone
not
else.
what I do, though.
Yeah.
Kobe's like,
Definitely.
oh, look at all these top mount triangles.
Yeah.
That is not what
Yeah.
I do, guys.
You knew? You've never trained?
I promise. I'm nice.
Yeah, no.
yeah, we haven't seen that.
I don't
yet.
know if anyone's ever. You mother's milked me my first day rolling.
You asked for it, man.
crazy.
You
Not
asked
at
for it, man.
Jiu-Jitsu. That was after.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Wait, what? Pause. Anyway, I have a different way of going about it.
Yeah, well, like,
Do tell.
Like every single white belt that I roll with here, anyway.
you let them know.
Yeah. I start a business.
Put them on notice.
Nah. So like, I'll pick a sequence for the day, like the same entry, the same like pass, whatever, to a sub, and I'll hit that same sequence on them over and over and over
Until they notice
until
it.
they start breaking it down in their head.
Oh.
Like I start forcing them to kind of understand. Like, oh, I should not put my leg there anymore.
Coach
Oh,
Koby.
I shouldn't grab that lapel.
That's very coach of you.
Yeah.
Like,
Coaching.
and it kind
during
of
the
works,
round
and then like if they kind of don't get it by the end of the round,
Point it
I mean,
out.
again, I'm not rolling really hard with them.
Yeah.
Right. I'm letting them
Yeah.
work. Right. But if they don't get it, then I'll explain stuff to them. After. Like, I'll tell them the exact entry that I did, and then I'll tell them how to stop that entry, or I'll tell them this is what you shouldn't do. If
Okay.
you want to not be in that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I go about it.
I have that same question, but for like somebody new in the gym comes around, or they are experienced in jiu-jitsu, doesn't matter what belt they are. How do you guys roll with them? Do you put them on notice? Do you like very mildly flow, like, because I have a hard time with people I've never met. Like, I don't, not saying I don't trust them, but I don't have that like chemistry with them that I know I won't, or they won't hurt me.
Yeah, like
you know
a-
what I
like a
mean? So
defense mechanism.
I end up dead fishing it, and then they just beat me up. Like new, like fresh white belts will come and beat me up because I'm not doing anything. And then sometimes I get unlucky, and it's some brown belt that I've never met, and then they just work me for 5 to 6 minutes.
You know what I do? Like I always, whenever I'm rolling with anybody I don't know, I always sit guard first.
Oh, to see
And
how
then
they play.
I just let them like maybe 30 seconds, just give me pressure or whatever they want to do, and that's how I'll go out like, oh, that's how hard they want to go, or like I can tell, right, just like, okay, he passed my guard real easy,
Yeah.
you know, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I let
That's
him
smart.
from the first 30 seconds to a minute. I'll just sit guard and let them dictate how this round goes. You know, like how hard we go. You know, like so if I grab on soft.
You still do that with me.
Exactly, I do it to everybody. You know, that's just my thing. You know.
Yeah.
But like if they call it me kind of hard, I'm like, okay, we're going a little harder. You know, I need to defend myself. Then I'll pick up the pace. I'll match them. Yeah.
That's a
So humble.
Coach Koby over here.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
See,
I want to be.
I'm
I
not
want to be
mean,
you when I
guys.
grow up.
This guy's on top
There's
of
a
it.
method to my madness, guys. So if I'm going rough on you, it's because you went rough on me first.
Yeah, I know. You
that's
told
the
me the
thing.
other day.
Yeah, you grab me hard, then I grab hard. You
Well,
know?
you grabbed me hard.
No, you grabbed me hard.
Maybe you're just strong.
No.
And I took it as a threat.
No. I know. I always go with soft hands when I go up and I grab.
That is so untrue.
It is no, bro.
Dude, because I was sat like this. No.
No, I was sitting.
You were sitting.
Yes.
And then you grabbed me and I was like, oh. And then I.
No, that is not how it went, dude.
Yeah, because you tossed me right over you. And I was
No,
like,
I sat there. I put my hands up like this. I grabbed the wrist, and then you grabbed me back hard, and then I went for single X,
Well,
and then I
you-
kicked you over.
you were about to start shoulder pressing me, so I had to do something.
You walked into the press.
Duly noted. My fault when I rode with Kobe. It's my fault.
Yes, it's your fault. If you grab me hard and we go hard and have the most rough round ever, that's because you went hard. I don't want to die.
I hate, dude. Honestly, I look to just get a position and stall with you because the moment we get into a scramble, it's like a 4-minute scramble, and I lose 5 pounds by the end of it.
Dude, that's your fault. Just chill out.
But what if I scramble into a bad position? Who wants that?
I'm gonna let you go, man. I'm tired too. You think I can go forever?
All you gotta do is tap, brother.
I mean, these roids in my veins don't help me in that way, bro. I get gassed fast.
I also got lungs, pal.
Man, see this? This don't help me at all.
This guy had popcorn lungs.
That's right. So don't go hard.
Oh, duly noted.
Thank you.
I'll stop asking you to roll.
And you stop oiling up.
I'm not oiling up, yo.
Yeah,
Dude,
we caught him today.
every
We
time
caught
I
him
try
in the
to grab-
stairwell with the
I
baby
can
oil.
grab you, your wrists are wet, bro.
you definitely
Before
grease
class
up.
even started, bro.
We're
You're
just gonna
wet.
edit that out.
You're the king of coming out of nowhere, halfway through a round that we didn't do, and then you're like, "You want to finish this?" Dude, and you're shiny as all get out on your arms. It's like, bro, I know you just greased up.
Dude, that's so accurate, dude. Oh, that's so
He comes out of the corner from somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah, you going?
2 minutes left. 2 minutes left.
That's so funny.
And then you play like the most like confident clinching battle for like the first like half of it, and then you go, I don't know what I'm doing, and then
And then you would shoot. And then you would pull half guard. Right into lockdown, man.
you tried that on me this tonight, didn't you?
I
was
did,
like,
I
hey,
did.
yeah, and then you're like, yeah, right now. I was like, no, next round.
So
2 minutes left.
It's so exposed, dude.
We're gonna edit that out, guys.
I hate to call you out like this.
That's so funny.
Taylor, how do you handle people you've never met?
Depends. All right, I'll be honest. Another blue belt that I've never seen comes in.
Put them on notice.
As the kids say, I'm gonna stand on business that first
Yeah.
go. Please.
Yeah.
You know, not to a point where I'm going like 100%, but I'm gonna work, attempt to work
Okay.
what I want to work. Hopefully, get a sub in, and then dial it back from there and kind of force those positions and whatnot, like you said.
You just want that one sub.
I gotta
Yeah.
assert it a little
Validate
bit,
yourself.
you know. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest.
Don't lie.
Because like we all see new blue belts come in, it's like you start feeling them out, you know. So yeah, I definitely got to see where I stack against them. That's is what it
Valid,
is.
valid.
Let me belt check you.
Yeah,
That's one.
I know you lock up, you bump up, and you're like, you signed that waiver?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. At least one go around, then, kind of see where it goes from there. Really, I would say my logic with blue belt is I'm going to see where I'm at with them first.
That's fair, though. I feel like you should do that as a blue belt, actually.
Yeah,
With other blue belts.
Yeah, that's very valid.
You should
yeah.
run your game.
Yeah.
Because you're the same level.
That's kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
I do the opposite.
You
I give them the tap the first round.
Oh, no.
Yeah, just let them see if they know how to do
me,
some
Bro, you
different
gotta stand on
moves.
business, dog.
I'm a victim to people that come through this gym and that's never been here. I've never met them. I am a victim.
That's your fault.
A survivor.
It's always your fault.
A survivor, bro.
Grab them hard.
No.
Why not? You do it to me.
I like being a nice guy, bro. I like them come back. What if they think I'm mean? Or what if I grab them hard and then they sub me, just destroy me, and I tried,
That's roll the dice, huh?
Then you high five them,
and I
say
never
good
come
round.
back?
No.
No, then you trick yourself, be like, let them work.
Yeah.
Gaslight
That's what I
yourself.
tell myself, yeah. I get in the car and kind of stop myself from crying. It's like, no, I let him do that. He was new.
Man,
he was new, you know?
I'm being friendly.
I'm a team player.
Filling
I want him
him
to
out.
sign up.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Trying to add to the roster, man. I don't know. That's a good one. Yeah. You guys have any
Nope.
Aldrin? I feel like you're usually a full of questions.
Well, he knows he
on the
can't
mat.
nerd out on the moves and everything with us.
No,
Wait, whoa.
I was watching Dad Donaher the other day. And he was watching Gayataku and this and that. And he knows we're not going to keep up with him on
That is
it.
not me.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Aldrin's
Someone
getting-
defend
Yeah.
me.
He's getting bullied. No, but that's so true because you have access to all the fucking tapes, bro.
No, Dan has access. He has a hard drive.
Oh, that's even worse.
He
drive
remember he's a thief.
Well, man's
Sorry,
over
Dad.
here talking about how he goes into slump and this and that, but he had a jiu-jitsu podcast on when he rolled up to the gym today in his Tesla. Talking about he's not about it. He is. We're on to you.
Speaking of jiu-jitsu podcasts, have you guys heard of CLA training?
Who?
The constraints-led approach training that a bunch of gyms are trying out now.
Who runs that?
I mean, no, it's like a concept more so
Oh.
rather than like drilling knee slice. It's like, okay, like whatever you do, make sure you go to the right side of your opponent, like however you can. Like rather than kind of sharing them the step 1, step 2, step 3 process. CLA is kind of like, okay, like your goal to win this game is to be here. Execute.
I kind of like that
Yeah.
concept because I'll be honest with you. There's some
I've been testing it with some of the white belts. It's working.
Just negated everything you guys said.
this guy's a bully.
I'm not a nerd about it. Have you seen CLA? It's quite informative, guys.
All the
It's,
gyms
for
are trying.
$49.99 a month, you subscribe and become a member and get 12 instructional videos.
Yo!
12 instructions.
Yeah.
Dude, watch out. Someone might hire you as a commercial guy.
If you pay
No,
an
but-
extra $12, you get a
Yeah. I'm a premium subscriber.
Like, comment, subscribe.
I kind of like that concept because if I'm being honest, if I'm being honest, a lot of the how to get to a spot doesn't work for me because it's not clicking.
That's why it's such a big
Maybe
thing
I-
right
yeah.
now, where it's like not every drill works for everyone,
yeah.
right? So I mean, obviously they still got to learn the random moves. Like no one's gonna just randomly know the Uchibata.
Yeah. Like the mechanics of finishing a sub stays the same, but how you get there is very personalized.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
It
because
forces you to
like the other day when I rolled with Hunter, and I caught some weird armbar that just didn't make sense. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, I don't even know how I got into it.
Yeah, I don't know how you got into it either.
Was that on Wednesday?
I was wondering how you got into my buggy choke earlier.
I stacked you, and then you let my arm go, and I slid it across your body like an idiot. Yeah, and then you buggied me. Yeah.
That was the informative led approach. I learned it from him.
I got one.
Page 3 of the
I joined
instructional
jiu-jitsu
pamphlet.
not to be bullied, so
I joined jiu-jitsu to become the
You guys are killing me.
No, your vape is.
Strawberry douchebag over here. What flavor is it?
There is strawberry in here. Fuck you, man.
Strawberry
that's
douchebag.
God damn.
This channel's getting canceled so quick after this one. Sorry.
Comments are just filled with, hey, don't bring that guy in the yellow shirt back.
He's the worst. He sucks.
That guy's a prick.
It happens.
How do you guys feel about that concept? What was the concept? I like it.
That's why we don't do it.
Yeah, you're definitely listening to him just now.
it's called the
What is it called?
Yeah.
the CLA approach or the CLA training, the constraints-led approach training.
Constraints-led approach.
Too complicated.
You know the Koby brothers?
Who?
Bro.
You know what? Never
She
mind.
sounds hideous.
She sounds hideous. That's a good
She
one.
got OnlyFans?
Huh? She got a link in her bio?
I don't know. I think it,
I'll subscribe.
again, I'm not going to act like I know it all or remotely close, but it all boils down to understanding a move and then trying to apply it in a live role. You can drill something or do ecological, whatever you are talking about. And regardless of how you learn it,
Does that
Right.
does that concept get good gas mileage?
did the hybrid approach. But no matter how you go about learning it, you're never going to be in that exact specific scenario in a live role. So as long as you have an understanding of what you were trying to do and what you need to do to finish or to get in that position or better your position, I don't know. I don't think there's we all have a different type of tism, so we all learn differently.
Wait, please explain the concept one more time. Just real quick.
Dang it, Kobe, are you listening?
Dude, I don't get
It's
it.
like so what I was watching this jiu-jitsu podcast, but
We know.
Just
I love
dumb
how
it-
right
just dumb
I
it down
was.
for me, man.
Yeah.
it's called the CLA approach or the CLA training, constraints-led approach. Basically, for example, like what I did with Dan, right? We were doing stand-up, and I was like, okay, like we're not going to go through with the full takedown. Your whole game, this whole game for the next 5 minutes is for you to either touch the back of my knee or for my hands to touch the ground, right? So, however he does that, up to him, right? I'm not going to tell him.
Oh, so you're just skipping the whole process. You just end goal.
Yeah, like
But a short term.
yeah,
like a
kind of
shorter-
divide it into like different short-term games.
I see.
And then from there, it's like on to the next game, and then on to the next game, and it's a full cycle of kind of jiu-jitsu positions.
Oh, I kind of like that, though.
That way, it kind of like forces them to not think like, oh, I know 3 moves. This is exactly the 3 I'm
Is
going to
it
do.
the whole ecological jiu-jitsu thing? Or is that different?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Sounds like a
So you do
pyramid
know it
scheme.
because I actually didn't say ecological, but
Less is better.
Well, he tried to get me to join his pyramid scheme on it. Be a part of my team. You'll get really good at jiu-jitsu. I'll give you a purple belt. And then you build your team of purple belts. And
And we'll
No.
sponsor you.
He paused his jiu-jitsu
with a
podcast on how to do
Yeah.
it, and he looks right at you. He's like,
pulled up in his Tesla. He's like, it got me this. Ain't selling me on it, but
you get enough people to go underneath you,
yeah.
you can get your own Tesla. They'll give it to you.
You get your own black belt.
I don't know. I think it all boils at however you learn. Everyone learns differently. I'm not going to knock a particular style of teaching or learning because I don't understand it, but I think it all boils down to understanding where you're at in a role with someone on top of you, under you, however you learned it. Just knowing your body control and where the paths forward from that particular position is the most important thing.
Dude, you know what I feel like a lot of people like mess up on in like our concepts of just daily practice, right? You know, like we go through warm-ups, right? Some drilling, right?
You
And then
go
we
through the
learn
warm-ups.
things, right? And then we live roll, right? I feel like people aren't trying what they just learned in the live roll.
You're absolutely right. I've
You never thought
No,
about it, right?
No.
But I feel like that's why we don't learn things, guys.
Yeah. Coach Kobe.
We're supposed to be doing the move of the day, but we're not doing it.
Well, even just warm-ups, and a credit to Professor Joey and Roots. We do very specific warm-ups, but it's also a lot of the higher belts and Professor Joe, they explain why this is the warm up. What this particular move applies to this situation. So we do it in the warm up, the drills. I've brought in some buddies to the gym who've trained before, and we're doing our warm ups, and like they knew how to do it, but then it came time to roll or doing the drill, and they did a particular move like the windshield wipe in the knees or something that is a warm up drill, and they're like, oh, like that's why we do this. It's like, yes, it's like, so it's making that connection to the drills. And then, like you said, working it, making it a point to work the move of the day or those little individual drills, like understanding why you are doing that motion.
And that's how you find out if you like it or not. Yeah. You want to put it in your repertoire. You got to try it to do it. Try it.
Who is irritating you?
Huh?
Who is irritating you? You sound very upset.
Huh? No.
Who's not doing the move of the day?
Call him out.
Everybody. I'm teaching for nothing, guys. Every time I turn around and look at somebody trying to move, it's wrong.
On Wednesday, Dan tried to do the move of the day. Like, Dan, you did it wrong.
like he's the only two rolling in the corner, man. And I just happened to turn around for like 3 seconds. I see Dan try to do the move of the day, does it wrong, falls on his face.
Dang.
Sounds like he had a shitty teacher.
Was it the
Oh, was that your class?
Single
My
leg,
bad.
single leg stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's okay. Patience. Something I'm learning.
How's that going?
Through jiu-jitsu.
I'm trying, man.
I'm trying.
Trying, man.
Felt that.
It's the little wins that get me going.
Yeah.
Short term goal all day.
No more questions?
Yeah, is that it?
I mean, we have more.
Oh.
Hold on.
What's the time at?
I don't know. I mean, about an hour.
Oh, brother.
How much do you want? We good? Okay. Closing.
So my CLA training's coming out.
Link in the description, guys.
Do not buy it. I mean,
Please buy it
Yeah.
so we all can get Teslas.
you give me $100, and then the next person gives you $100, moves me up and you up.
It's not a pyramid, it's an umbrella.
Yeah.
We don't do pyramid schemes. We do umbrellas, okay? Yeah. You're at the top and then your umbrella.
It's an investment. You'll see your return.
Yep.
You just got to get more people.
And on that note,
thank you for watching.
Yep.
If you did.
Like, comment, subscribe.
I promise we're nice.
Hit the
You're not.
notification
You're a bully.
button so you can get the latest updates.
all right.
All right, Kobe, think of something. Coach Kobe.
Words of wisdom. End on something motivational.
Oh, yeah. Drop a quote. Someone drop a quote.
Bro, don't look at me.
You guys suck. And just remember, if the going gets tough, just quit. It means you're not ready.
It means you're not ready.
Crazy.
That's what my dad told me right before he left.
That's crazy.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy. You just trauma dump on us?
Yep. All right.
All right,
You
that's
good?
it.
All right.
Thanks, guys.